Okay, all right. I was going to stop the video, but literally, I just stopped the video at as above, so below, which was part of the previous message, and I didn't look before I put this up. And it's the Temperance card, as above, so below, and it shows this naked woman, and I hope I don't get stick and flagged for it. But I mean, I've got so many cards on the desk here, and it's just so profound. And so I'm going to take and honor these cards here, and we're going to do 2 more decks for the main reading, and we are going to start with the shamanics. It's actually more than 2 decks. This is a 2 deck right here, mixed deck, to see any advice that Spirit has for us moving forward as these powerful beings that we are. It was all about reclaiming our very, very significant multidimensional codes and authority and our power to be cosmic, embodied. And it's easy to say for some, but hard to conceptualize because it's so beyond what the mind can even register. But look at what do they say? We're only using some tiny percentage of our brain, some of us. But who did they study? Today is also a bit of on the thread that I had going yesterday with some of the educational systems and different thought experiments that may have been going on in some of our pasts. So we'll start with the shamanic decks, get out some of the deeper messages. We'll move into the handwritten cards, and we'll close up with some oracle cards today. So if you do not know me, thank you for coming along. My name is Dina with Impressive Warrior. I'm still a little bit congested because I actually had emotions come up quite significantly in today's second daily Dharma. So trigger warning for that one. It was only a minute. I paused it to compose, but I'm still sounding that way. There's something completing in this cycle. This is very exciting for me to be reading these messages today, and I hope that you are getting as much out of this as I am. It's just, I feel like I'm really onto something, and I'm hoping to build a greater community of people who are ready to move to the next level in this collective. So I believe that those that are registering in this collective, you are completing a cycle of underestimating who you are. It's like you kind of have always, perhaps, or more recently for some, recognized how much higher functioning your critical facilities are. And these happen on so many nuanced levels. We were talking in the first and second Daily Dharma, and again here, about the extended array of sensibilities that we have, that many were not taught to believe in. They were discounted, they were numbed out. And excuse me one moment here. Please excuse me, I didn't see that coming. So we are harnessing that extreme power. So let's get into the cards without further ado. The only card that popped out just now face up is the Hollow Bone, Teachability 28. And this is Spirit being able to work through us and to remain open and available to Spirit to work through us, through our lives, and to witness what's going on from a different level, to see the things, the nuances that others don't see. It's like it's giving some matrix vibes, like the chosen are chosen because of their ability to be spontaneously using multiple faculties at the same time, whether you identify with one more than the other. It's the creative use of of judgment, capacity, resources in the mundane, and so many other elements that are creatively utilizing our ability to not only know what we have in front of us, but then to also tap into something so intuitively beyond the moment about rationale and even probabilities and predictability and predictability. Why was I going to say that? I don't know what that means. It's talking about, I'm hearing protractor, but it's like instead of having just the X and the Y axis and even the Z axis, we've got this spherical, multi-dimensional 3D 360 degree vision and realization operating within our system, within our body's chemistry. And it's something that maybe our genetic line or those that we travel with have within their bodies as well. It may have to do with blood type or even some of the ways that things happen inside your body, witnessing how little twinges and things are also synchronicities that register and that indicate other things. I'm hearing that I need to be done here soon. Earth Keeper. We had lots of Earth Guardian energies earlier. And it comes out to the other face down cards are the Ghost Dance, the Sun, and the Giveaway. That's interesting. How do I want to interpret that? Ghost Dance to me is all about the illusion, the smoke, and we were talking a few days ago now all about the point of realization, the fear threshold is how we move through our own belief in our incapacity or doubt about taking a risk and what lies on the other side of either social decorum and rules and regime rules, family norms and rules. There's all of these rule books that have been formulating this fog around us, and we are charged in this lifetime to navigate the fog. And many of you are operating as some type of a lighthouse with this, it was way back here, but this, the luminosity card, it's over here, there it is, shine your light. So the sun card and the luminosity, we're talking about, and I'm hearing Illuminati, which we do have the pyramid on the pineal perspective. There's all this programming and seeing through the veil, and it's never a brick wall. It's just another brick in the veil. Every code, every doubt, every limitation that we see is just another invitation for the creative mind and faculties to invent and innovate something to work around it, because there is no spoon, there is no brick wall. And so moving beyond this, we are the light code. We are this lighthouse that is, we're transforming through illumination things that are beyond the ordinary, because we're activating our pillar of light that is connected to the solar system, the cosmos. And as we embody all of these light codes we've gotten out here, and as we shine our light out into the world, we are quite literally a lighthouse for others. And so that last one is like the giveaway. It's like we're just learning how not to give away our power and light capacity to the norms and things such as that, and to give away our self-identity to the typecasting that others would project upon us, which is like the projected energy here is these smoky mirrors and the ghost dance, which is like, oh, don't look at my light, don't look over here, I'm not shining, this is me over here, this is who I am. But something is obscuring the light. So there it is. It's like, give it away freely. This is not a world of limitations. It's like, why are we so scared to shine so brightly out in this world? There's this new teachable moment about how we are being elevated and protected now at this time to move forward and transform through illuminating our light. It's like the giveaway to others that I'm a safe space. I am someone who believes in you, and I'm completing this level here, right? So you're shining your light in these ways, completing an old cycle, cutting away what does not fit or suit you. And this is that lightning activation into other dimensional awareness, and doing so on a more public maybe sphere with these lunar energies moving through your life at this time. We're in the eclipse portal energies heavily right now at the time of this recording. And the blade is talking also about cleansing, clearing the auric shield and field, and cleansing and clearing others, awakening, illuminating the eyesight and the ears, and helping others to complete these cycles into their own mastery. So you may be attuning and activating others. There's also this jaguar energy that wants to accompany us as we do this. Yes, I knew we were going to get this rainbow energy as well, because we had that on that card earlier as well. I'm not going to pull it all out at once. It gets me just distracted here. But yeah, there was that, the earth angel type energy pouring out rainbows from this water bearer type. Yeah, pouring out the frequencies. Yeah. Okay, I can not find that one. Anyways, the rainbow. We were talking recently about how this rainbow, there's so many different prophecies about the rainbow bridge, the rainbow warriors, and the unified chakra system has been coming through. And this completion, look at even how the completion is multicolored, and how we're like racing through this portal here and embodying this crystalline rainbow-esque energy and moving beyond the crown, because the naga is literally the medium ship that dun, 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 that traverses the cosmos. It's the Merkaba energy. So in today's broadcast, we get so many depictions of this snake energy, this dragon energy, that is, as we reclaim all of our energy and believe in our power, we're able to go further and farther into these shamanic places than ever before. But cleanse and clear before, during, after. Move through the circles and stay away from the corners, as the emerald tablets may indicate. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. Exactly. Look at you being a channel of this cosmic energy. And then there's this brick bridge. I think that there's also an element of understanding that every obstacle is only the new resources for the new time. And so as we can channel that experience into lessons and a new comfort zone, new building blocks, new stepping stones across the ravine or the chasm for others, we build a bridge for others into the material, because not everybody can float, not everybody can levitate and bend the spoon. And so we bend our lessons into stepping stones, and we serve that openly in teachable moments to those that have the eyes and the ears to hear. They can then channel that harmonic code into their illuminated experience, to build something into their experience. So we gather all of the fog like this, and we integrate it very deeply into the body and create from our broadcast and our intentionality of action, thought, word, deed, by cultivating mind, body, spirit, by solidifying hope, faith, and magic, and belief, and what if, and curiosity over commitment energy. And commitment is not all bad, right? But it's like things exist because we say it is so. And the more agreement, the more it shall be. This whole daily Dharma, which is now in the third, has started out with the word abracadabra. As I speak, so therefore it is. And so let's get into these handwritten codes here. So we're moving through obscure self-doubts and thought forms and lower vibrational obscurity and disclarity to illuminate the self, because the self is ultimately this microcosm that we are learning about in this contemplative solitude, to evoke in others and invoke for the self this frequency shift, this change of mind. And Lao Tzu reminds us all the time on this channel, if you want to change the entire cosmos, first we must address shifting and changing the self. Now I'm seeing a tiny little black fuzzy spider. It's one of those jumping ones. Hearing the name Dave. Yeah, some people struggle with obscurity, and yeah. And so as I say that, I'm seeing mirroring you to gain popularity. Somebody doesn't have an authentic identity. I'm getting an eye twitch in my left eye on my eyelid. It's interesting to me that that comes through this mirroring, no authentic identity. In the left is my receiving side. So somebody is not able to see themselves appropriately. So whoever is trying to mirror you is distracted, and their energy has been corrupted by self-judgment. And that is why they're actively sowing fear and doubt. They may be running a smear campaign about you. There goes my nose. I'm always told that the best way to overcome smear campaigns is to be so authentic and so in your personal pillar of light and identity. You are popular by passive glow. No one can appropriately harness or land something that you do. I'm seeing the gymnast like, and we were talking in the Dharma too about the balancing your chi. So you may want to balance your chi and balance your energy, however that comes through for you, because you are creating things from your inner fire. And if somebody's reflecting you to gain popularity, some others of you, we often get the Heyoka empath. It's like, don't get caught up in accidentally mirroring others by being some level of accidental Heyoka, which doesn't understand that when people are in their lower vibrations, our energy will sometimes be infiltrated if we're not consciously able to identify what is authentically our energy and what belongs to another. So when they say things about us, we might kind of start to feel a little more aggressive or a little bit more combative and like, yeah, maybe I should this or that. And those compulsions sometimes are coming from external sources of responsiveness and our empathic ability to mirror others. So be very conscientious about what you allow to influence your narrative at this time. You light up every cell in my body. Dang, I knew that one was out there because we got that microcosm card and the blood flow. It's like you get somebody's blood pumping, you have a lot of passion, and you don't, what's that word, fritter it all the way in sexuality. You harness it, and you are able in that way to activate this passion and harness it for creation. And yeah, you light up the cells in other people's bodies because you are this lighthouse energy. So yeah, withhold judgment against yourself or others at this time, even this individual we're talking about. Remain curious and clarify whatever is coming through for you right now, because with this completion energy, 9999, if there is someone here that is of a different generation, for instance, or maybe more elderly, there's something that we are not exactly understanding about the difference that we may be misunderstanding. So the more that we lean into curiosity, we're making healthier choices. That's what comes out next. And so, yeah, continue to light up your own process. And yeah, with Spirit's message again, it's like this is a closing cycle. And so don't reduce yourself to defensiveness or gossip, or even being distracted by venting behaviors about what's happening. Give it no attention, because the more we speak of a thing, the more it exists. And if we fear to speak of a thing, it grows in the shadows. And so somewhere in the middle is to learn how to address something I to mother loving I with our people, healthier choices. So there's a lot of energy coming up right now where we are able to say the healthier thing when we generalize the message. But the more we believe that the bricks in the veil are appearing as real in these other specific individuals, the more we give it its attention, we make it real. Meditation brings solutions. Embodied presence, potent, larger than life, cosmic. Really, let me get that off the wet grip. Okay, so yeah, we already talked about how larger than life you are. And look at this one, if you didn't see the earlier ones, how those dragons represent the Naga energy. From the fire energy is talking about the inner fire, Solaris sublime, how you are a star embodied. And on this sacral chakra card, the core of creation, oh my gosh, and that one's over, no kidding, it's over this earth, talking about creationists. Look at how she's so tuned into the earth and birthing that into the cosmos. So it's like this exchange of energy as this earth guardian energy. And I'm seeing authority, perception, and miracle under the deck here. And what is this brilliant light over here that I'm seeing? Solar plexus chakra, radiant illumination. And below that is discernment. Exactly. Using your own discernment about what you're building into your life, what is actually healthy or not, and how to use everything that comes our way as compost or fertilizer to further nourish our experience. We're being also told to ground and to center our energy. So in addition to these embodied presence, that larger than life energy, it's like the more that we ground and center and reclaim our energy. I'm seeing this orange butterfly. It might be a monarch. It might come across your screen over here because we've got all the flowers here behind us. So yeah, you're this strong lighthouse, pillar of light, and look at what pops out. So check out the messages that came through the other day, probably about 3 or so days ago, this point of realization. It talks about breaking through that veil and not succumbing to backsliding behavior. And most of it comes down to the embodiment of our light and the belief in our deservingness, our confidence, and our fearless nature. Like, if I skin my knee, so what? Like yesterday, I had a rough start to my day. I didn't end up getting online to film because things kept kind of going a little bit sideways and wonky, and I was trying to get things done, and then I had to deal with all these very material concerns that were like very emotionally charged and took me out of my peace. And then I was trying to take the dogs to the bathroom, and I went to jump up onto the back deck because it's just a big step up, and I literally caught my toe of my shoe and fell straight on below my knee on the shin. But all of these things, I'm like, I'm not going to let this ruin my day, because I could have just said there, and I tried to almost to myself say, oh, this day is not panning out the way I anticipated, not one of my favorites. But I was resilient in that moment. I refused to say anything derogatory about that. And I just kept reclaiming my energy, I'm like, what can I do to funnel this energy into something constructive? And yesterday I chose to build quite a bit on my chicken coop, mobile coop that I'm trying to work on. And I'm into this master builder modality wants to pop through and derail my thoughts right there. There's something about building quite literally, and then the pounding of the nails, the ability to solve problems and to see something building and coming together seems to be productive. Things like doing chores, like doing dishes and laundry, can be a similar thing. To take care of something quite mundane is to ground our energy of self-care and presence in the moment, and to see evidence of progress. And so it doesn't matter what your strategies are, as long as we keep moving. And it says pause for clarity. A little fog, this ghost dance, doesn't mean we quit. Proceed with cautious awareness, because as cycles are completing in our lives, we are gaining more clarity, gaining more light, gaining more awareness, and being more teachable, so that we can practice the cultivation of our voice and our message and our truth. And our teachable energy is like shared energy, instead of like, well, I'm the teacher and you're the student. It's like, how do we share information? How do we uplift others and work with synergy and cooperative energy, in symbiotic energy, instead of hierarchical terminology that has been socialized and programmed? It's not natural. And the more that we stay with our phones and such as that, the more we lose the plot. The more that we get out in nature, the better off we are. So I'm glad I stuck with it and was outside today, because there's so much better energy out here. Now the butterflies fluttering in front of me again. Very beautiful. I don't know if it came on screen or not. Voice of reason. You don't say. So if somebody's got this low energy, then you are maintaining just this consistent character and integrity and realization energy. And just as hypnosis can be used for negative intent, this code talking energy can be used for any other energy. And so if you're busy still motivating others to work through your own process, then that is such a healthy thing that builds this bridge for others, this rainbow bridge for others to cross into higher consciousness levels. And the more individuals, the more starfish that we can teach about their light and bring them back into the light, the more that we are creating that huge legacy of empowerment in every life that we touch. Then all of their offspring are charged with this other self-belief. playing small. I don't feel worthy. Exactly. We're motivating others by staying attuned to our own light. How often do we fail to cultivate our own beingness because we think that we need to give away all of our energy to others and play small so that others aren't threatened? But the best way to activate and integrate right now is to heal all of yourself. There's a romantic adventure on the horizon for you. Somebody's been creeping around. Just for voice of reason on the channel, let's stay sovereign in our energies and work towards the highest here and not project our energies around versus each other in the comments. I appreciate so many of you for so many reasons. Oh my gosh, there is no spoon. It has this little stain on it and it stuck out to my energy. Timeline jump, quantum leap. Buckle up, Buttercup. Here we go. There's a lot of Neptune energy. Neptune Saturn is opposed the Chiron, or no, is it square Chiron? But it's opposite the solar eclipse at 29 degrees, the anaretic degree, and Neptune is just beyond the 29th degree into Aries. 0 to hero. Yes, you are reclaiming something and breaking through a level no one thought possible for you, and you don't even know what's about to come in. Removing distractions from your energy, such as this mirroring individual. Let them mirror it. Let them practice on the balance beam. We're uplifting people here. We don't care. It's no comparison. There's no competition. There is no hierarchy. We are not the pyramid. The pyramid actually is mirrored underneath the earth in its oppositional energy quite often, because it's more like, where is it at? No wonder that one wanted to be in here. Show yourself. There it is. These little objects, look at that. I believe it's called a cleavage, if you can believe that. I'm getting that energy because it's like the inverted and the upright tree of life, and how we can turn others with the light codes that we imbue in them by turning towards the light, by building the fire within and without. In uplifting, we're grounding and centering this new movement, and it cannot be stopped. It is the Aquarian age. There's a completion of an old cycle, and the more of us that believe, not in the lies, not in the brick wall, but break through that consciousness to say, you know, nobody's going to destroy my home or my beingness, and the only thing I need to do is shine my light and take back my power and my voice and say it isn't so. Abra, mother loving cadabra. There's been some guilt and shame that has been operating below the system here. It may be some old family systems. It also comes out with I love you here. So it kind of seems like that conditional love that we're breaking through here, and levels of envy and mirroring energies. Animal whisperer.